Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Woo. Anyways,
Woo.
okay, so where is it? Okay, so tier list for characters. Do you have a list anywhere? Is it all in your Google Doc? Cool.
DnD bitches.
Where's my drive at? There it is. Do what? I have it split. No, because I have my school account on here and my normal account. Yeah, sorry, I have more Google accounts than you. Which one is it? The Herald? Conclave? What? Homebrew? Then which one is it, Henry? I don't really want to do. What's number 5? Oh god, I didn't want to open up that.
Oh, Hayden,
Uh,
I'm gonna steal your diamonds.
Go for it. Oath of the Sands Paladin. Alright, we're gonna go to Paladin. Paladin. Oath of the Sands. I'm sorry, you stole this from One Piece? I mean, I'm fine with that because most of my stuff's stolen from anime.
A lasso? Oh,
Huh? You said this is the first video that's entertaining? Oh yeah, I have a lot of my videos are entertaining when other people are in them.
sir, do you mind?
Yeah. Mhm. And the other 50% are other people. So that means half my channel is entertaining, which is pretty
Hmm?
good because some channels just aren't entertaining. So a guaranteed 50, in addition to other people that still find me entertaining, that's pretty good. Yeah. Channel divinity, but you have options, which is weird. Do they? I'm sorry. Oath of Vengeance is not what I'm not. I'm not allowing Oath of Vengeance in mine. Oh, I'm thinking of. What am I thinking of? What am I thinking of?
Oh, God.
No, not thinking Oath of Garlic Bread.
Oh, ow. Sir.
Oathbreaker. Yeah, I'm not allowing Oathbreaker. No evil characters. Only Oathbreaker would happen if it happened in the campaign, but you're not. It depends. If you slowly betrayed your god, in a sense, then perhaps. Yeah, like you maybe try to use some ability that like your god would give you, and then I tell you like you try it and you struggle or you don't feel that sense that you had been used to, like make it a disadvantage or something, and then you're like, what's going on? And then through time, your oath breaks. But if you do something major, your god just instantly says, "Nope, you're off my buddy list. You're gone." um, which one would you choose, Henry? Let's say I allow this one. Which one would you choose? Oh, I don't like these. Can you guys eat these before I eat the rest of them? I've eaten like most of them already. That's not
Okay,
the
this is
worst
gonna
flavor.
hurt.
Those are the best for last. Except,
I was right, that hurt a lot. Oh my God. Stay the fuck away from me.
They're kind of stale. I opened up like 2 days ago. Just swallow malic. It's not sugar, it's sour. It's just the malic acid that you've swallowed. Andrew, could you be a doll? Wink, wink, and refill up my water? That's not true. I'm calling him by his, whatever the A word is. You hit on men all the time. In fact, it's in the Discord channel. Hey, I'm streaming and I'm recording. Where's the quotes channel at? Hey, Jesse, you want to see the quotes that we have in here?
Don't say no.
My dog.
Yes.
No, I'll fix myself. Hey, Jesse.
Wait, that actually works?
Yes.
You want to see? Yeah, it does work. I do that every time it hits 5,000 ping. I disconnect from the lobby or VC and then come back. Anyways, you want to see the quotes from our Discord channel?
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah."
You don't want to see these.
Yeah, I'm the first quote apparently. Back in what month is that? March.
Oops.
And where's all the fun ones about Andrew? Oh, every image I know has big ears. In reference to Obama.
That was for caricatures.
I'm a bigot, not racist.
Also false.
Let's just say I hate schnitzels and I hate Jews. There's viable arguments for sexism. Why is racism so fun? This
Ow.
candle is like me, lit in black. I'm white, so I'm China. Where do we quote? Where's the quotes for men on Andrew? Why don't we put down the animal necrophilia one down in the chat?
I don't remember the quote. What was it?
He said,
I'll make it up.
he said, I was forced. No, he said, Henry. He said I was forced to watch dead chicken animal porn or some shit like that. Didn't you say the chickens were dead? Well, you'd rather say your lawyer is recommending that you say you were forced to watch it and not. Oh, you also have a quotes channel? Oh, word. Alright, so you get both these divinities. Wait, we can just quote from the Discord, from the group chat itself. Don't you say sus things in the main chat?
I don't. Your Honor, he's lying. No.
What's wrong with the Discord channel? Did you add it? I was tracked in them watching necrophilia, bestiality porn. Hey, guess what? I'm recording this, so it's forever on my YouTube channel.
It's actually worse than that.
Was it worse? Describe it, Andrew. Describe it for the... Here, my mic volume's up. Feel free to...
He was talking about gaping chickens' assholes when they were
Oh.
dead.
Jesse, I know this sounds a lot out of context, but we make fun of
it
it.
is. Let's keep it that way.
It's-
Okay, so over the sands. Let's go back.
oh, dude, this is funny.
I just found fucking Nick's wettest dream ever.
What, a bunch of copper?
A shit ton of copper. Literally a stack plus 25 of copper ore blocks.
That's so many blocks. Jesse found a lot of copper, and our friend Nick, that's like one of his top like 5 favorite blocks in the game, even though it's fucking useless except for like 2 things. Oh. Okay, so you get resistance within
Found
10
some
feet against fire and
mobs.
cold. At the beginning of well, that jumps up. What happened to?
That's it. Now things go from 7 to 15.
Oh, okay. Beginning at 15th level, your ability to control and harness the winds is peaked, allowing for ultimate use of the winds. You gain the following abilities: sailing skies, wind movements, keeping you on your toes for 1 minute. You gain bonus 10 feet movement speed, and you're able to hover up to 10 feet off the ground. You can use the ability a number of times equal to your charisma modifier after a long rest. Fine. Enveloping winds, you can control manipulate, you can cast gust of wind without material components at will. Additionally, you can cast control winds a number of times. That's fine. 20th level, Oath of the Sands, create, control, manipulate. You can cause non-magical materials of your choice like dirt, stone, wood.
Did your friend just
sand.
come?
Yeah, he does that often when we talk about men or like D&D, so.
No!
Jessica, did someone just come? Did you hear me, Andrew?
No, I blocked you out.
He asked if you just came, Andrew.
That's crazy.
I know, and you came from it, which is wild. Check his pants, check his pants.
You'd want to know. Check the trousers.
You'd want someone to check, wouldn't you, Andrew? Weirdo.
Oh.
It's always turned back to you. You distracting yourself with fucking, what's it called? The Desire? Street car named Desire? Lord. That book's depressing. Let's see.
Are you looking at a picture of me?
No, I'm not looking at a picture of you. I wouldn't want to show Andrew that picture either. I don't know what strange things he would do to that, but... I'm teasing. Leave me alone, Henry. Let's see. Don't threaten me with a good time. The sand is permanent. Oh no, hold on. To become sand within 150 feet of you, all liquids on the ground will absorb into the sand. The sand is permanent, and destroyed materials cannot be removed back into anything else less than a wish spell. Once used, this ability cannot be used until
Excuse
long rest.
me.
Full control of the created sand.
That's when someone just comes up with a shovel and just like dig, 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 dig. Problem solved. Paying into the buffer. Oh, no. Look at Oath of Vengeance. That's what jumps to me. Is it really? Is it cool? No, not Oath of Vengeance. Oath of the Ancients. My bad. Oh. I was gonna say, do that with Polar Mastery and Sentinel as a variant human.
I'm looking for the 3rd level abilities for oaths. 20 levels in action, you can emulate for 1 minute, bright light, 30 feet, blah blah blah. 10 radiant damage for the duration. Saving throws. So that's... It's normally dark mode, but I don't know why it's light.
What I'm gonna do with all this copper.
Oh, 20. Okay, so it's... I know, I'm just seeing how... Because yours seems undoubtedly different from everyone else's, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. No, yours destroys fucking everything around it, which I don't know how I like that at all.
You should give your paladin the Oasis life spell. I gave it to Bart. I don't know what print out is.
I don't know how I feel about you turning 150 feet diameter. Yeah, 150 feet diameter around you to sand.
Just saying.
And that's anything non-magical within... Yeah, that's not happening, I'm sorry. I'm not how that's got to change either to a much smaller diameter, 150 feet diameter, wood, stone, rock, metal. All the other abilities were not like that.
Well, you weren't actually looking at what they did. You were looking at someone.
This is you affecting 150 feet diameter of you, like essentially destroying everything in its way.
Why don't you just summon like a sandstorm or something?
You can get like a sand. I could see you like.
That's
It obscures everyone except for you. You can see through it.
What about you make like fucking like elementals or some shit with your sand?
that's not how. Why would I make?
Well, you okay? Let's just be clear. I'm not letting this happen. Like the way it is, that's not going through.
Okay, so what needs to change? Like, if you were to change the distance, what would you say to?
Not. It's not 100.
Okay, so what would you change it to?
Shit. Maybe like. I mean, off the top of my head, 30.
Like, that's just too little. This is like 20 level.
But this destroys everything non-magical.
20 level is not a lot of non-magical things.
That is okay. When you attack, your attacks are counted magical, but the weapon itself is not magical.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
If you're holding a magic weapon.
No, you do magic damage, but it's not considered magical.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
The flame tongue is a magic weapon. It's a magic weapon. Barbarian has their own things. And
It's
attacks are counted as magical.
right.
So
Every
they have their own things. But
yes,
magic weapons are considered
yes,
magic.
yes. Magic weapons are considered magic, but things that so like let's say the barbarians like wielding something and the attacks are dealt magic damage, but the weapon itself is not magic. So that would be
In what regard? And also no, because things not monetary.
huh?
It's things not monetary. If I didn't mention that, then that's what it was. It's supposed to be the environment, not people.
What happens if someone drops a chest plate on the ground?
If it's magic, it's no magical. That's at that point, it's not one no carried. But hey, like if you have a magic weapon equipped, then that is a magic item and is not affected by this. And 30 feet is too small for like
I don't. Maybe 60 feet then.
60 feet. I'd be willing to do.
It's 120 technically.
Yeah, that's 120 foot diameter. But no, like, hey, I'm sorry, I don't quite understand your.
150 feet is way too fucking much. And you're destroying. You could destroy buildings. You could destroy towns essentially with this. Like a.
Destroy like maybe a block. And even then.
What do you mean a block? Multiple blocks. Yes, you could like if you wanted to. You like stand inside a barracks or like a shore. Huh?
It's not even from here to my car.
Yes, it is.
It's half a football field. Not even.
From here to your car, that's more than 150.
It's half a football field is the distance. It's
That's
the
a
full distance.
150.
Yes,
Well, that's a
half.
lot.
That's not more than one block of a town. That's maybe one building. Buildings are pretty massive.
Whatever.
150 feet.
150 is too much. 100.
And I'm completely willing to change it. It's not like.
You're gonna have to change it if you want it.
Two buildings.
Yeah.
Whatever. You could wipe out whole buildings.
Long rest.
Yeah, that's one rest. And it doesn't move with you. It doesn't do anything. It's
The sand's permanent though.
is sand.
As an action, you may choose a point within the range of created sand and turn a 20-foot radius of the sand into quicksand. Quicksand follows normal quicksand rules stated in the Wilderness Hazards DMG. You can use this ability number equal times your modifier. At that point, you'll have 3 or 4. Whatever. Just a bonus action. You can create simple structures. Walls, ladders, huts no larger than 15 feet in any direction. These structures have an AC of 10 and a health of 15. These created structures have resistance to fire, cold, and immunity to piercing. You can use this. Why immunity to piercing?
Because have you ever tried stabbing sand? Like you can slash through it. That's basically just.
You can
Sand doesn't.
you can stab sand. What are you talking about?
You can stab, but it doesn't do anything.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Bludgeoning would make more
That
sense, but it's not
stack
working
from that
against
stack plus 20.
Just not completely disintegrate.
I would say you could pierce it, but not bludgeoning. I mean, huh?
Bludgeon sand.
You can bludgeon anything, but the effectiveness, no. You'd be packing it down similar to, like, brown sugar. I think of brown sugar like sand.
Imagine this in a game like it's crocodile. Crocodile puts up a wall. The swords don't do anything to that. The swords don't do anything to that. But Luffy's punches punch through the wall. They push the sand out of the way, which the swords slash at it. And the sword, like swords are not like piercing's not meant to go.
That's
not meant to go.
that's different example. Doesn't count.
That's exactly it. It's
Swords go through the sand. They all go through the sand. First of all, the reason you're the swords. You take you okay. Let's say you go to the beach. Let's say you go to the beach, right? Because you're essentially making walls of sand or whatever ladders. We'll say walls for now. In the off case, you're probably not making ladders that often. You're probably gonna make walls.
Okay.
So you take a wall of sand. We use it as the floor. Like,
let's make it so it's 15 feet wide. So it's a 15-foot long wall.
sure, doesn't matter. And then you try and punch through the sand versus you sticking a sharp.
Sticking your finger.
Do you think you're gonna get farther punching the sand, or you think you're gonna get farther poking the sand?
You're gonna get farther punching. You're moving a lot
You're
more
gonna
sand
get-
with punching.
You're gonna get
I'm
further
not
with the
talking like this. I'm talking like this.
punches. You can't. I'm sorry. You can't.
Bludgeoning. I mean, you don't go with a bludgeoning weapon.
Those are all. You can't specify how
Punching's
people are gonna
bludgeoning.
attack. Punching is bludgeoning, but you
So-
can't specify people are gonna swing like in Skyrim versus punching like people know how to
Okay, I
fight.
also can't say people are gonna stab with
Exactly.
a piercing weapon versus slash with a piercing weapon.
That's slashing and piercing. This, and that are all bludgeoning.
Yeah, so I'm like, it's a matter of bludgeoning will remove more sand than piercing. Think about how much sand is gonna get moved from you punching the wall versus you sticking your finger.
Sand, in my opinion, is gonna be bludgeoning, not piercing. Resistance wise.
Why would it be? Hey, imagine how much sand is moved when you punch it versus you poke your finger.
You're not really moving a whole lot.
In neither one, you're moving a whole lot, but you're moving more with bludgeoning.
I don't think you are. You're just packing it in. Whereas piercing, it's only this itty bitty point, and you're thrusting something into it,
But as soon
which
as you
means
take
it's
it out,
which means it's like there's no resistance to it.
well, it's not resistant in the sense of it has a hard time going in. It's resistance in the fact that once you take it out, there's no visible change. If you stab into a wall that's 15 feet wide, so your sword goes maybe a foot and a half in or something, and you take the sword out.
Let me clarify 15 feet wall. You're not talking about a length of a 15-foot wall. You're talking about how
Like you were standing in front, how far back?
so like you're not talking about a wall like this.
This is
You're talking about a wall like this.
This distance. If you're standing here, so I'm moving. If you're standing here, the paper towel, the sand wall is 15 feet. That
Then
way.
how wide is it?
It can be 15 feet. You can create a structure no more than 15 feet in any direction. Yeah, so you can create a cube of sand. That's not a construction. That's so you can make like a hut. Because you basically make a hollow cube of sand. That's it. And so imagine stabbing through, like if you were standing here, right, and you stab through with your sword here, right? You're gonna the sword is going to completely go through that sand. But when you take it out, it's just gonna fill in, and it's gonna be as if nothing ever happened. Versus punching through that will actually.
That's
remove
not how your sand's working.
Why would it not look like real sand?
Well, real sand, if you're just building a structure, then I guess it would harden, yeah. But if you're making like let's take a sand castle, right? This is like really packed sand, yeah. Otherwise it's just gonna like blow over or simply fall to a mound. So if it's packed sand, Piercing's just gonna go through it.
Yeah, but
And the
it
structure will
won't
still
damage-
stay.
It won't damage the wall in any way because the
Yeah.
sand will simply fill in the hole.
Exactly.
The hole is taken up.
It won't though.
Why wouldn't it?
If it's
It's
really
not
packed,
wet.
it's exactly. It's not wet. That's why it's not
It's
gonna
not
move.
Wet. No, yeah, wet
I
sand
have
would move.
I have brown sugar. We can. Packed sand is very similar to brown sugar.
I never
And-
would specify it's packed sand. It's sand.
It's going to be. It's essentially. It wouldn't make
I'm not
sense for it
making
to
like
be.
It's like crocodile. Crocodile doesn't make a block of sand.
He also doesn't make structures out of sand, so it's hard to compare. No, he doesn't. That's not gonna work.
It's not even a structure. It's a wall. He makes walls. He's made many walls of sand. He uses them to block attacks.
Physical abilities. We went. Delve for abilities. I'm just looking. What'd you say?
At least the way that they were used. He creates walls of sand, and they give you. So it's not like creating a solid brick of sand. I'm basically just like garb. I guess that's probably better demonstration because garden does all the fucking time. But it's exactly like guard. It's not like he's putting up a solid wall. He's putting up just simply a big thing of sand that will remain there because it's sand that's completely under your control, like guard. No, I figured that could get really out of hand very quickly. Some people are different things. I made sure to really stay away from that building. That's more like sand necromancer. Oh, that's a good sorcerer subclass. What'd you call it?
Dunamancer.
Dune is a desert cat. Hey, look up Gar.
What are you specifically talking about for
Like
Gar?
how he uses the sand to block attacks.
Yeah, that's resistance against bludgeoning when he fights Rock
It's
Lee.
just attacks in general.
It's mostly used against
People don't
bludgeoning.
really use swords in Naruto.
They
but
use kunai, which are piercing and slashing.
kunai also don't do anything.
And they use Shidori, which Shidori pierced Gar's hand.
Well, Shidori's different. That's using magic.
It's
That's
using
an empowered.
it's a piercing ability.
It's using an empowered piercing ability.
And your thing's empowered because it's getting
No,
resistances.
as in that's if someone used a better ability to do. That's not.
It's using a magical weapon that does piercing.
Okay.
So
So yeah, it has to be magical.
no, it doesn't.
Why doesn't it? You said.
What do you mean? It doesn't matter if it's magical or not. It's just a stupid wall with 10 health and
Well, you said
15
the
AC
kunai
or
doesn't do
whatever.
anything. You said the kunai didn't do anything. You said I already forgot the name of the other.
Shidori?
Yeah, that action is that's because it's a.
No, they both they
Chakra infused ability. That's why it works.
crocodile.
But like kunai didn't work. Simply like they throw the kunai, it does just normal piercing damage, and it doesn't do anything because that's how it works. Like I imagine it being like back soft sand. Yeah.
What god are you worshipping that like just?
I mentioned it in the description. I think his name's like Hunter or something. Haku, who's an actual Forgotten Realms god. He's the mention of the desert gods. Just look up Haku by me. That's pretty cool. So he's like a desert nomad and stuff like that.
But he's not part of. He's not the gods of worship in my campaign.
Okay, is there one that can fit that's definitely not? Is that really going to be a counterpoint? You can't play enemies?
Hayden, I am gonna hop off. Well, I'm gonna stay in my iron farm, but
Sure.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. Adios.
Have a good one.
You too.
Is it going to be a thing I can't play because
Preferably, I really don't want to make an exception.
can you not have one of the gods include the desert
I mean,
at all?
I'm sure I could slide in a god, but I'm not introducing it.
Then so, I mean, hey, I'm being honest.
I'm sure God of the Sun would work, or God of the Moon.
Yeah, so I figured. So I mean, sorry.
That's fine. We can add desert or whatever. Just add things to here. That's fine. But the god itself, it's not being added to the campaign.
This is the 20th level. He only turns the surrounding terrain into buildings and stuff into sand.
Yeah, 150 is definitely not happening.
And it's supposed to be his strongest ability. And I don't have any heals.
Those aren't walls.
It's the same type of sand though. It's fluid sand versus hard sand.
But you're making structures, therefore it's not fluid sand.
It is. It's like Gara.
It's
You can have his stand be there.
not though.
It's there because you can control it. And I'm not talking specifically like his sand coffin. Because that one he literally buries it. He literally does it. So he literally hardens it himself so that people can't escape. So I'm not talking about that.
Yes, I know he hardens it with sand coffin or grand sand mausoleum, but
That's the sense of using these walls. Is it's just flowing sand. And so, because if you're not unconscious, the structures fall. Versus if they're hardened, the structures will make sense and they stay. Because they're hardened sand. It's there. Versus
What you're looking at right now is a
now you
list of
can't.
every single jutsu Gaara has used in the anime and manga of Kishimoto.
Many of those are just like.
but yours is constantly moving, but yours is not.
Why is that? Because it's simply a flavor text.
It
You can see
makes
it
a difference.
moving and revolving. It doesn't change anything about it.
It does though.
This jutsu is called Sand.
If it is fluid changing and revolving, then it's definitely piercing. Should I don't know your thing. I don't know.
I made it for that's very
This
reason
is
I'm
where
doing it
Gaara
because you stand through sand just fills that. That's why I said bludgeoning does. Well, because if you bludgeon, it's more in the sense of you're moving the sand out of the area.
you're making still things and you're not consistently controlling it. Like, you're making it with a simple action, but you're not having it constantly move.
Like, that, yeah, that's
So you raise it, and then it's there until you decide to do something with it.
since that is just
No.
moving.
No.
As in because I'm controlling the sand.
No. If it's flavor text, then no. So it shouldn't.
So
If it's not changing anything, then you should be fine with it not being a thing.
it does, because you're saying because it's not acting like Garma sand, then it can't be piercing. I don't think it makes sense for it to be bludgeoning. Because punching sand
Well,
moves a lot
it
more
really
than stabbing
doesn't.
sand.
It really doesn't.
It
It
does.
really doesn't.
I mean, we can go test with your fucking brown sugar, and it's gonna get everywhere.
We're not punching it. We're simply gonna either take your thumb and push into the sand, which is
I'll
bludgeoning.
take my fist and
and-
push it in. I'm not talking punch it, but push it in. And I'll
No.
take my finger and
That's-
push it in.
Take a fork and push it in.
Yeah, well, that's better. We'll take a fork and we'll push it in, and it'll make three little
Yes,
little
3 or 4 holes, which will go
versus my
in,
fist.
versus your hand, because you can only pack it in so far. Whereas with a sharp yes, you can only pack in sand to an extent, whereas a sharp object can
Hey,
pierce
I don't
all the
wanna
way through.
include a mechanic of packing in sand with
That's
bludgeoning,
what it
because
is.
then I'd have to make it to where, like, because you're saying by packing it in, you're making it stronger.
No, it's just you're not getting anywhere by packing it in, and it's
It
sand.
makes it stronger.
No, we're
It does.
okay. You want that command in? If someone packs in your sand,
I didn't
with
wanna add that,
bludgeoning?
that's why I didn't take it that way. 'Cause if
well, we're doing
bludgeoning is to
simple
make
sense
power,
here with sand, and piercing doesn't make difference. Bludgeoning makes way more sense to
how
that,
does bludgeoning make sense?
because you're simply packing it in. Whereas swords, you're piercing right through it every
You're
fucking
making a
time.
hole and it's getting filled in by sand as soon
No,
as you remove
no,
it.
because it's a simple structure,
You're right, it's a simple structure
which
that
isn't
is
moving,
acts like the sense of
which
fluid.
isn't moving,
Why isn't it?
because you're making a
It's
simple
the same-
structure, and
it's the
simple
same reason why
structures
you
don't
can-
move.
It's the same reason why you can disassemble them.
Okay, then
So
you can
because-
disassemble it with another bonus action, but it's still you.
It isn't.
You bonus action,
You can
make a building.
No actions required. End any effect.
Okay, and then it disappears into sand.
That's why, because it's like fluid. Because you're like, okay. I know
Everything's already sand, and you're already manipulating it.
Yeah,
But if
so
it's
the
liquid
reason
sand,
fluid it's not liquid sand.
if it's fluid, it's liquid. Because fluids
No,
aren't
it's not.
solids.
Fluid is a type of movement.
Fluids
It
aren't
doesn't mean
solid.
it's liquid.
It's okay, but it's not. It's not
Fluid
fluid.
means it's soft and ever moving.
It's okay. It's not doing that
Why?
because that doesn't make sense.
Why does it make sense? It's how sand normally is.
No, it isn't.
Sand, like if you pick up sand and you pick it up and because it drains, it's because it's fluid.
It's because you're moving it.
You're not. If you dig your hand in sand and just simply lift it up, sand will fall and move because it's fluid. That's like why you that's why you can't just pick up a handful of sand and have it all sit there even though your fingers have spaces. It'll fall through the spaces because it's fluid.
Because it's not packed.
Because it's fluid.
Because it's not packed.
I'm not saying any of this is packed. There's no mechanic for packed sand. I don't want to make one. 'Cause
You're
it's
not
overpowered.
simply making a packed sand. I'm just saying that you're making a structure out of the sand that you made into a structure, which
Yes.
means it would have to be
Why would
packed.
it have to be packed? It's magic.
It's just how it is.
It's magic.
It's just how it is.
Why is that just how it is?
It is.
What is honestly like? Why are you so opposed to piercing? Is it like?
Because it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense to me for it to have piercing.
Let's go test it.
No.
Why?
No. It's doesn't make sense for it to be immune to piercing. That's just not how
Would you
sand
rather
works.
Be immune to bludgeoning?
Yes. Because that's how sand works.
You ever kick sand? Like you ever
Yeah.
just kick that? Yeah, the sand goes away and it leaves a pretty big imprint of your foot.
Really doesn't.
You think stabbing it with a fork, or let's say something of the same size, stabbing it with a
You're gonna
sword,
get through it a lot easier than
but
me
will it
kicking
move
it. It's sand.
Why
So
don't you just
no.
make it resistant to both? It seems like there's ways to go for either side. I can see bludgeoning for sure.
If you're doing a resistance for both, then it wouldn't keep with the theme of you having resistance earlier.
The resistance I grant to players is fire and cold. That's
Yeah,
it.
wasn't there something else sand related though?
And even if there was, that one only applies to those structures. So it doesn't stack with anything else. You can't grant them resistance to cold damage, or cold and fire, because they're not considered allies, because it's an object.
You wouldn't be screwed one way or the other.
And then yeah, I'm willing to do that, because there's arguments for both sides.
Maybe you're I don't know.
And it also removed the immunity problem. So it'd be
I'm
good
fine
for
with
other
having it
enemies.
immunity, but I'm not fine with it being piercing.
There's arguments for both sides. Like kicking sand, that goes a lot further than stabbing sand with a sword.
That's in your opinion, but I'm not taking to that opinion. To both.
Are you willing to take that option?
No, but I'll think about it. Option 2, resistance to both piercing. I'm thinking about it, but I'm not. I'm thinking about it, but not accepting it right now. You can use this ability a number of times. Modifier. Sandshield. When you're the target of attack you see, you can use your reaction to create a small bundle of sand to negate damage dealt. Or even cause attack. Provides 2 AC and resist damage taken, if any, by half your paladin level plus your charisma fighter. You can use this reaction over time to do a modifier. Sandstorm. You create a sandstorm, you create sand. Pick a point within range, you create sand. And create a 30-foot radius sandstorm, so 60 feet total. I don't know if they'd be considered restrained. I could definitely see creatures caught in the storm are definitely under difficult terrain. But I don't know if
That means if you just make it difficult terrain, that means they can walk out of the storm.
we can do
Simply just move out of it.
and like
Which doesn't make sense because
speed.
you're not in a storm. They can literally lift it off the ground.
We can, I don't know, restrain. Let's.
Make them confused or
Confused is a lot worse than restrained.
I wouldn't do confused either.
That's the only one that I saw was the most.
Streets become 0. It's definitely not becoming.
When you're in the air, like have you ever tried moving in a tornado?
When you're in the air.
It picks you up.
No, it's just saying. It's saying creatures caught in the storm.
Yes, you were pulled into the storm.
No, but you can make a strength saving throw and avoid being.
Out of the storm. You can make a strength save to avoid getting.
Then we need to reword that because I read that in is if you already point it in. So like let's say you shoot it like, oh, there's a group of like thugs there. There's my storm. So then they're already in the storm.
They can resist being pulled off the ground.
Right. So then we need to reword that.
Then it's pulled up into.
Okay. So
Up into the storm.
okay, let's say they're in the storm and then they succeed the save, then they're fine.
Then they're fine. They're sitting there, classic Naruto, hands up. They're not getting pulled off the ground.
Right. That means there's no difficulty terrain.
They're not restrained.
And their speed isn't buffed.
Yeah, you can still move in there. But it's when you get pulled up into the air, like your speed should be 0. You shouldn't be able to just walk out because you're in the air. And that's why I said restrained was the best. Well, yes, the actual term restrained typically comes with grappling people.
why not make them fly like
Because grapple does restrained. When you're grappled, you're considered restrained. Their speed becomes 0.
Where's fire damage coming from?
Because I said that. Oh, you taking this? Are you talking the sand saber?
Yeah.
Because I said it's. I
I
thought there wasn't any really cool way to do sand saber. Because I didn't want to just make it one. Yeah, that does fire damage, so it's kind of hot sand, hot desert type deal. But it's the only one that just does pure damage. So it's just an attacking move. So I was like, just having it do, a very small amount of slashing isn't very. Like, why would you ever use it? And so it does a small. It does slashing and fire. It's like the heat of the desert.
I don't know if you should do fire damage though, because if you don't do Way of the Suns or whatever.
It's again, aim with the chain divinity. You get to choose. You get both of those.
Oh, that's right. You can choose both.
So you get both of them. You can decide to do either one if you choose to use your chain divinity. So you get both of those things.
You see.
But you only get one use until like 11th level. And 11th level you get 2, and 17th you get 3. Something like that.
I forget, is it short or long?
Long.
Are you sure it's short?
Pretty sure their chain divinity is long. Maybe it's short. No, it is. No, theirs is long. Cleric's is short.
Clerics are short.
I remember because mine was short.
The only two issues I have with this is the whole, and then this is probably fine.
Is that clear the issue? Just change the bloodstain.
Yeah.
It didn't mean that big of a deal to me. Well, when you kind of be stubborn about it.
And then the distance somewhat needs to be changed.
What do you need to do 60 feet?
Are we saying diameter? Yeah.
It's 60. It's all area within 60 feet. So
Okay.
it's all direction 60 feet in direction.
You want me to change it, or can I even change it?
Just change 150 to 60.
That's right. And then we'll do.
Change that to bludgeoning. And then that's also when I say that restrained is the best condition you can combat storm.
And then that's probably fine. Okay. So I would say.
And the quicksand.
Uh.
Ignore the
Oh, that's what I was gonna. I mean, not a huge deal since we've changed some of this. We might have to change. Well, I know, but I just wanted to go over. That Malik has. It sinks 1d4 feet into the quicksand, becomes restrained at the start of each turn. It sinks another 1d4. Because is going to action, it's succeeding. Yeah, that's fine. So we might. I'm sure that's. Okay, but there should be a range though on your quicksand.
It can only be in sand. That's not. That's a pretty decent range. That's what most of these. Because I figured you should be able to control the sand.
I guess that's technically, if we're doing spell wises, then you're 60 feet from wherever you are. I guess that's okay, and you can avoid it if you're strong.
Literally, if you have decent strength.
I guess that's fine. And then shield's fine. That's fine. Sandstorm's fine. And then saber's fine. That's fine. There.
Are you accepting this class to play?
I'm accepting this class to play.
Then you can go ahead. Go to this one. Go to the DnD chapter. Go to the question ready. And either type it, or you can comment or blah 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 and say number 5 is okay. And then just make sure now you can actually. I'm gonna give you this. Now that doesn't mean that's the way I'm gonna want. That's the way I'm gonna play. Because there's still 1, 2, 3, 4. I prefer you actually look at 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm looking at him.
I know you did. Because you comment on it. Just like you did that one. I guarantee you'll comment on the rest.
Oh yeah.
So I'll know when you look wants to see when you open the document last. Yeah.
What are you, my teacher?
Yeah, I am. You're on canvas now, bitch.
Psh, I'm not gonna say anything because I'm recording.
Yeah. And your videos. Gotta tweak this video to 1 million likes.
Bro, I'm just hoping for 28 subscribers by the end of the year.
But I just want to let you know the entire time I'm recording this.
Really?